I'm really excited about this whole thing too. Like having you on the show for the first time. Like it's awesome.
No, no, like I said, thank you. I was anxious to talk to you también and to your listeners and to thank everybody for the support that we've been getting for the latest song. So thank you so much.
Thank you too. Like honestly, it's a good single that you have out right now, and it's a double single. So that's the best part. Like,
Yeah, we wanted. I mean, there was a few factors to that, but ultimately, I decided I wanted to give the people the choice of this of which song they wanted to listen to or download or whatever they wanted to do. But yeah, it turned out a lot better than I expected, and I'm happy with this last CD or that last singles.
yeah, that like from the album too. We're like the album was awesome as well. Like the full album that you put out after you won the Hano Idol, and
Oh,
congratulations on that, también.
oh, thank you, appreciate that, man. Thank you. Um, Piano Idol was it was a good experience. I met a lot of good people. I learned a lot, and I mean, it's a tough thing to go up there and sing to tracks. I know a lot of people say that it's not. It's kind of like a karaoke, but you know what? Just being up there on the stage by yourself, um, and nobody to like all the attention's on you. So it's a little nerve wracking. Plus, those tracks are 100% correct all the time. So if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. So it's hard. So props to all the people that do track singing. Um, I think they're awesome because it is hard. I mean, I'd rather do it a million times with a band because then the focus goes to the maybe like the guitar player, the drummer, a little while, and then it comes back to you. But when you're on that stage with a track, it's nerve wracking. Yeah, I even forgot some of the lyrics for a few moments there.
Oh man, that has like that's what we were talking about. Me and another person about tracks versus a band, and
Mhm.
I was like, well, a lot of bands are using backing tracks as well. Like it kind of helps out.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that you can that are pre-recorded that you might not have in the band. It's like an instrument or a sound or anything, something like that. And I mean, I'm not against it because there are sounds that you might want to record and you can't. Sometimes it doesn't make sense money wise to take a 10-piece band. So you might put some horns in there or some type of exotic instrument, that not a lot of people play, but you got to record it on a song. So you're not going to take a mandolin player to play one song. So if they add it to a track, I mean, I'm not against it.
Yeah, with me, like I just started figuring out about click tracks and like how it's gonna help out and like just doing that little. I do a lot of research using like the added tracks and all that like that. That's
Hmm.
that's part of my little hobby. And
Yeah,
plus like everything being digital and like oh my god, click tracks are so much better now. Like there's cue points right now. Like I can't help.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of times it's kind of like I think back to the drum machines and the drum sounds like that. There's the drum machine in a lot of bands, like real big bands, and I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. So I don't see why anybody would really I don't be against maybe like another instrument being played in the background digitally. And as long as the rest of the band is there, they're playing their instruments, they're doing everything else live, the singers live, everybody else is live. As long as they're doing their job and entertaining the crowd and making everybody happy, I think that's a good deal.
Yeah. And we got a lot of listeners in the Midwest listening in. and
Mm-hmm.
they're asking,
Saludos.
uh, how do you get started? How do you start singing now? And
Um, the singing was not it was not planned. Um, my mom wanted me to sing because she sang, so she wanted me to sing, and she tried to push me into singing, but I was always very shy, and um, I never really wanted to be the main focus on that stage. So I started playing drums when I was very young. I think it was about 13 or 14, and so that I was super happy. I was comfortable being in the back, just doing my part. But some years later, I ended up with another band, just wanting to learn sound really, and they knew I played drums. So the drummer didn't show up one day, asked me to play drums. The singer didn't show up, and the drummer, and they said, "Can you follow along on the drums?" I said, "Yeah, I'll do it." So I did it, and they liked the way I sang as well. And the owner of the band invited me to sing one song during an event, and I went up there. I sang the song, and just the reaction from the crowd and the feeling that I got from being up in the front, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. You know, I might want to do this someday. And like not even a year later, I was with a band and that I fronted for about 8 years, and we did. I mean, I don't know, for that 8 years we did I don't know how many quinceañeras and weddings, and we played a club for about a year with a house band. I mean, we did a lot, so I learned a lot, and I learned to love the singing. I learned to love the craft, and I feel that even after all these years, I'm still learning, and little things here, little things there from other people. I talk to other singers, and I tell them, hey, how do you do this, or what do you feel about that? And so I'm still learning a lot. I don't think we ever stop learning as musicians, as singers, whatever you do, even as a PA, whatever you do in the band, you never stop learning. And if you feel like you've learned everything, then you've already failed, because there's so much more to learn. And I feel like we can all use some instruction, some guidance to keep moving forward and to keep getting better every day.
yeah, that's for sure. It's the way that it is too. Like we're always learning. I think that's the interesting part in the industry.
Yeah, no, and it is every day, and that's a good thing. I think I'm a strong believer of learning something new every day, even if it's the simplest or the one of those things that you say, oh, it's that useless information. It doesn't matter as long as your brain is learning something new every day. It's good.
Yeah, and that's what most people don't get, especially in La Onda. That hey, we're always learning. Like we're always learning.
Yeah, yeah. We need to evolve, and if we're not learning anything new, then how are we gonna evolve? How are we gonna make that music better? Or make the necessary changes that we might need to make the music better. It's just an everyday thing, and it's like we've talked about it before. I'm just glad that our musicians are very well rounded. Um, we can play cumbias, we can play tejano, we can play country, conjunto, and a little bit of pop, rock, stuff like that. So I think that's also a very important thing, that we have musicians that are very versatile. So I think that brings a lot of flavor into our music, as having a rock drummer and a bass like a jazz bass player, things like that. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's one thing I do notice too is a lot of these people are. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah,
No, it's fine.
a lot of these people too. Like I like it that we're able to go and do various that we're able to go and do various genres. I think that's what makes Tejano like what it is we're able to go all over the place.
Yeah, I think the thing that makes it very unique for us is that when they hire us to do a quinceañera, per se. We're gonna do a quinceañera, and they want to hear cumbias. They want to hear the tejano. They want to hear the country. They want to hear the old, uh, uh, old style music like the Jose Jose and all these other genres and stuff like that. So we need to be versatile. But when it comes down to creating original stuff, I think that's when that makes us stronger, because we have all those different backgrounds. So we're not, I mean, we are Tejano, but we have a lot of different influences, which makes the music more interesting. Because I've heard in a lot of the bands they'll have like either a jazz guitarist or a jazz bass player, and you hear that influence being infused into the music, and it creates some beautiful stuff, man. And I love the fact that that happens often. So I'm hoping that we can keep that going with our newer generation, so that the music can keep evolving even more every time.
Yeah, and just seeing all these up and coming artists because you're also a DJ too, right? On
Oh yeah.
Mustang. So
Yeah, I was working with the guys from Mustang on Radio. Awesome people. I loved it. There's just I guess time constraints now with work and the music and everything. It's just the time is not there anymore. But I would love to go back and do it. I always had fun. Plus, I did mobile DJ many years ago, and I love doing that as well. So I love music. I love music, and I love listening to all genres. And even it's something that I don't listen to a lot. I like listening to the different singers, the way they do different things, and you believe it or not, even from what you're listening to, sometimes on the radio from other people that are singing, you learn certain things. It's like, oh, okay, you know what? And like certain songs, I didn't think I could do a certain song, but you can do it in a little lower octave, and it not very different, and it'll still work out. And I didn't learn that until I was older, and I wish I knew it when I was younger, because it would have helped a lot with a lot of songs that I was afraid to do back then, and now I have the confidence to do them. So I mean, you do learn, you mature, and you grow as a musician, as a singer. So like I said, it's always good to learn something new.
yeah, that's for sure. It's always good. And who are your musical influences? Like who, like any genre? Who was your like all time musical influence?
Well, I think for me, initially it was artists like Pedro Infante and all these other artists from that era, because my mom, that's what she would listen to, Vicente Fernandez and all these other great singers. And so I would listen to that music because my mom would listen to that music. As I grew older, um, I would listen to some of the music that my sisters were listening to, because I have all sisters. So one of my sisters was into country, so I would listen to the the original big people like Alan Jackson and George Strait and all these, right? Maybe all these newer bands I'm not aware of. Like I didn't really know, but all the older artists, like I said, Alan Jackson, all these, and then my other sister was into the Tejano, but I didn't know the artists. I just heard the music. I thought, okay, it's good music, but I wasn't too into it because my thing was rock. And then my youngest sister, she was into the boy bands like Menudo and Timbiriche and all these other bands. Um, so I would listen to a little bit of everything because that was what was in the house. But then when I was able to branch out on my own and listen to just the rock and stuff, that was what influenced me as a teenager. But then as an older teenager going into adulthood, that's when I started listening to Tejano. And my my first encounter with Tejano in a live performance was Selena. So I went to watch Selena, and that was the time when Vida Studio had just formed his own band. So I got there and I watched Vida Studio perform, and I thought, wow, this is pretty cool. But then Selena came out and she blew me away, and I was like, wow. So I started listening to Down a little bit more, and then the next band was David Garza Los Musicales. when I heard De Obligarse Los Musicales, I was like, you know what? I want to sing for them. You know, I want to sing for these guys one day. So that was my goal. But uh, then I started singing with other bands. I did Norteño, I did Tejano, I did a little bit of everything. And like I said, doing all those genres makes you stronger, makes you more versatile, and you learn a lot. And I think I did in all that time. So now I'm putting all my energy into. I'm gonna put all my energy into original stuff for this next album that we're working on right now, and hopefully we'll have a new single for you guys in about 3 or 4 weeks.
Awesome. Like I can't wait for that single. Like even this latest single too is like really really good.
Oh,
And
thank you.
Mozo Cariño, the way that you do it is just like wow. Like it almost sounds close to the original, but yet you have your own vibe, like that Tejano version, like in it, like that piece that it needed from the beginning.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, no, we it was like a long time coming because I wanted to do it, but I was like, I felt you feel compelled to do the Tejano because that's what we do. But then I thought, you know what, I might venture into the mariachi world because I'd never done mariachi before. I never recorded a mariachi song before, so I did that song as a favor for one of my wife's friends for her mom, and when I had heard the song before, but I had never really paid attention to the words. And so as I was practicing the song so I could learn it, I realized how pretty the song is, how nice the words are and everything. But then when I sang it to the lady and she, I mean, I almost saw like I saw that her almost tearing up, and I was like, wow, it's a special song to a lot of people. And it was around the time that Vicente Fernandez was already getting sick, and he was almost at the end, and so I said, you know what, it would be kind of a nice little tribute if I recorded this song in the mariachi style, and so I dared to try it, and um, I had a lot of support from a lot of people who kept telling me, no, it sounds good, you should do it, and this and that. So we finally did it. I decided to do both versions, and I thought, well, we'll give everybody the opportunity to choose what 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 style they like the most, and buy it, download it, or listen to it, whatever. Just have a choice. And fortunately, we've had a good response to both, and so I'm very happy with this latest single.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it too. Like my whole family was like, "Oh my god, like who is this?" And then once I told them who, and they were like, "Did his voice get better?" I was like, because they loved your voice on the first album. My mom was jamming to it. My aunt, like all my family was jamming to it, and they were
Yeah,
like,
thank you.
they were just really impressed by how nice the song is and how you did your own version and how you did your own twist on it. And I was like, that you see, like this is what it's all about. Like it's all about that. Like it's definitely like that. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And that's another thing is that about original songs. I am gonna try and do an original, all original for this next album. But I feel that if a song has not been done in Tejano and it's done, maybe it's from another genre, and we bring it over, we do our own style, we do it like a Tejano or a cumbia. I feel that it might not be an original, but it's an original style, and even then, we try and give it our own feel for the song, we try and make it new. Um, so that's another thing that I've heard a lot of negativity about is doing a cover of a song. But like I said, if we're bringing in a song that has never been done in Tejano, an old song, let's say, like most of them are, then I don't see the problem, um, because we're not. recording the same song over and over and over, you know. So I thought this was so that's why they decided to do this song because I hadn't heard it before done by anybody else. It might have been done, I don't know because I haven't seen it. But I thought, okay, so this is something kind of new, and we'll put our own twist in the songs, and hopefully people like it. And like I said, I mean, we have been pleasantly surprised, and we have had a lot of good response. And I want to thank you and everybody that's been playing the song because I've been looking at the reports, and it's being streamed quite a bit. And I've had a lot of great comments, and just we're just really happy. So I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, and también thank you, compadre, for calling up the show. Any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, no, a lot. The guys from Red Room Records, I mean, they're great guys. We work in a good, easy way. You know, like they're really easy to work with, and they're always they're trying to accommodate me in any which way, especially musically, you know, because I have a vision for the music and they have a vision. But if I feel like anything needs to be changed, they're like 100% behind me. No, no, if you want to do this, yeah, we can do that. Or if they feel that something has to be done in a certain way. But I mean, it's a good give and take, you know. I'm hoping that that's going to make the album the best that we've done so far. So yeah, the guys at Redwood Record, Greg and Anthony, awesome guys. Our promoters, you know, Lila Lisa, you know, Lila Lisa, and Laura, she's been helping out Leona Promotions. Uh, Everybody, all the people that follow us, we have some followers that are 100% behind us, and one of them is our friend is Maggie Pies, and so she's always supporting anything that we do. So shout out to her, and everybody. A shout out to my family. My family is always there. Also, they're always big supporters. Anything I do to them is like I won the greatest award in the world. So thanks to them. All my love to everybody, my wife and everybody, my kids. Um, so no, and like I said, everybody and anybody that plays our music, I really appreciate it, and all the support from all the people that watch the videos, that follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and now TikTok. I finally caved, and I started a TikTok not too long ago. I only have a few videos, but I guess that you can call me a TikToker now, also.
All right,
So that's
and now that's awesome. Now go stream his music, follow him on TikTok as well, and like wherever you're on all social media, so that's the best part. So,
yeah. I try my best. I don't. I'm gonna try and. I'm gonna try and do at least once a week, just a live, so I can sing a couple of songs or something like that, just so I can always be connected to the followers and the people that support us. Because um, I feel like even if we can't get there out there physically, at least we can do that through the power of the internet, you know, because it can take us almost anywhere, you know. I was talking to some of the guys the other day, and we were listening. I was looking at the places where the music has been streamed, and you know it's amazing to see places like Ecuador and Chile, Philippines, Alaska, like Russia, and of course Mexico and USA, right? But there's streams from a lot of places all over the world, and it's amazing to think that our music is getting out that far, and that it's being enjoyed by people that far. So it's a great feeling. I love I love the fact that it's being played all over. You know, it's influencing other people in other places, and hopefully the Hano influence will go into their music also, and it just keeps so it'll keep spreading and spreading, and it'll make our industry and our job.
hello, hello.
Yes, hello.
Okay,
Yeah, sorry. Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
yeah, now I can hear you. Hello.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry. It's just bad reception.
Oh yeah. Well, Texas and the way this weather is right now, it's all crazy.
Yeah, no, no. We had some rain. I don't know if you're familiar. I'm from Laredo, and yesterday it rained here. I don't think it was even. I don't even think it was in the forecast. So it's Texas weather's kind of crazy at times.
Oh yeah. That I learned really quick once I moved down here. That Texas weather is crazy.
But I still wouldn't change it for anything, because I mean, I love watching snow and stuff like that, but I don't think I would be able to survive in a place like that snows and you have to wake up at 5 in the morning to shovel and all this. It's like, no, that's not me. Like
Yeah.
I said, I love this. I love watching the snow. We had snow here for like a few days last year, I think, and it was very very nice to see. I enjoyed it. We played around in the snow, but once it was gone, I was like, okay, I'm happy with that too. I'm happy with going back to just cold weather because, like I said, I don't think I'd be able to survive in a place where I'd have to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning to shovel snow to drive an hour away for work. It's no, it's not. It's too much for me. I like working. I like waking up like an hour before work and getting there within that hour. That's enough for me.
Yeah, with me, once I moved down, because I'm used to having that cold weather and just like, yeah, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to shovel, and trying to make
No.
it out before. Yeah, or knowing that I don't have to go to work because I can't get out. Yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind staying in once in a while, but no, I don't think I would want to. I mean, I guess there's people that get used to it. My friend, he moved up to Kansas, and he lived up there for about 10, 12 years, something like that. But he decided to come back to Texas because he said that the cold was starting to get to him, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad we're here.
yeah. With me, I was like, I think I brought the cold down because now it's snowing. But yeah, Texas
But
weather, like it's crazy.
but it's funny, I think I've always said this. I'd rather for it to be cold than for me to have to cover up than for it to be 120 all the time.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so I like the cold. I like the cold, and we have our hot days. We've been up to 115 degrees. Um, but I mean, it's just the thing that you're able to go inside for a while and cool off and stuff like that. So that's okay. We've gotten used to it already.
Yeah, with me, I still can't get used to it. This heat, I'm like I was walking outside and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's only 70. It feels like 100." Like I was like, something ain't right here.
You'll acclimate soon enough, man. You'll be
Yeah,
all right.
probably I have been here 9 years, but now I still feel like, yeah, I'm gonna melt.
Oh,
Like I'm like
oh no.
yeah, pero
I guess it depends on the area. We have we're in South Texas. We're in the border, so we have a different climate. I don't know about your area, but we
well,
have a different climate.
like I'm in San Antonio, so
Okay.
San Antonio, like I'm in a weird part because I'm like here rain goes around my neighborhood for some apparent reason, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, I know I live on the west side, pero híjole, they're afraid to come over here too.
No, but here, and you see, and you're lucky because you're driving. As we're driving home from San Antonio, it's a weird kind of thing that we leave San Antonio and it'll be 94 degrees. Then we're 30 miles away, it's 95. And then we keep getting closer to Laredo and it keeps getting hotter and hotter. By the time we get home, it's 100 degrees. So it's different. It is different. It's a different heat. It's a different temperature. So I don't know. You might see us moving up to San Antonio sometime soon.
Yeah, and like now knowing Laredo, like I have been wanting to go down there since I moved down here because I found out that it has like awesome tacos and awesome food, and
Yeah.
I was like, Sasuke, yeah, I'll bring my friends from Ohio down to Laredo at least so they can see the whole, like they want to see the comida and all that down there, and they were like, there, it has to be better than San Antonio. I'm like, uh, I was like, I'm not even gonna comment. I was, I was, I was like, the closest thing I had to Mexican food was Taco Bell back home. So, but yeah,
I'm not gonna knock Taco Bell either because I mean I eat Taco Bell once in a while, but no, it doesn't compare to that real tacos, you know.
no, like it doesn't. Pero it's like sometimes you just get that craving that you have to have that Taco Bell taco. Like it has to be there.
Once in a while, yeah, you
Yeah,
get that craving, of course.
yeah,
but then it's there's nothing like a real fajita taco at that local restaurant. You know, it's always the smaller restaurants that are good.
yeah. And that's the one thing I love about Texas is no matter where you're at, there's always gonna be good food everywhere.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
but man, thank you for calling up the show. A big shout out to Lila Lisa, Más Chingon Radio también, Leona
yeah.
Promotions, like that. They helped out big time with this interview. I'm happy I finally got to interview you.
No, I'm available anytime, man. Whenever you want to call me up or we want me to call the show, and I'm always ready. I'm always ready to sing. I'm always ready to do everything. I don't dance much, but I'll even dance.
Híjole, híjole.
Singing and dancing.
Now now the ladies are gonna be hitting up the Tejano Spotlight page para mirar cómo bailas. Pero you know what? Go to his TikTok and see it.
You know, I'm gonna have to do it now. Ahorita I'm gonna get outside the car. I'm gonna dance in the middle of the street.
Yeah, un poquito de atao tao.
No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of cars now.
Pero thank you, bro, for calling up the show.
Oh no, my
This
pleasure.
this was an awesome night, an awesome interview, and también, if you want, you can introduce your latest single.
Yes, sir. See, the latest single is called Hermoso Cariño, and it's in two versions, mariachi and tejano, and it's all over all digital platforms, and it's on YouTube as well. So go on over and listen to it, download it, stream it, play it, love it, live it, whatever. And if you want to follow, it's on Facebook. It's Carlos P. Garcia Tejano Singer. Same for YouTube and Instagram, and I believe it's the same for TikTok.
Awesome. Thank you, Carlos. And here you go. Thank you.
No, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome interview, man. Awesome.
Oh, I'm glad we had a good time.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm happy. This is how an interview should be. Nice and smooth.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. Whenever you need anything from me, let me know.
Oh yeah, for sure I will. And oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. Yeah, because sometimes with this whole, like, I'm using a digital mixer, so it's like, oh, I'm trying to control everything.
No, it's another phone.
Oh. Yeah, but
go ahead.
yeah, but thank you, and for sure we'll keep in touch. And once your single comes out, automatically it's gonna go on rotation. So, and
Please, we'll make sure to send it. I don't know who's sending you the music, si Lila or Laura, but
oh,
we'll
they
make
both
sure
are. Like I told them, I'd rather have doubles of everything and make sure.
Sí, no, we're ready to send out the music whatever you need. If you don't have any of the other stuff, let me know. También we'll send it over.
Awesome, thank you, bro.
No, bueno, como quiera, hopefully sometime soon we'll be in the area. I'll give you a call or see if you're available.
Oh yeah.